it's a secret weapon for building muscle, right? You've heard it all before. Eat as much protein as possible or chug a shake right after the gym. But here's the million-dollar question. How much protein is actually enough? Too little and your gains are toast. Too much and you're just wasting calories, or worse, risking your health. That's where most people mess up. And today, we're here to fix it. We're gonna break it all down. Why protein matters, how much you really need, and what happens when you go overboard. By the end of this video, you'll know the exact amount of protein to hit for maximum muscle growth without all the guesswork. And if you're serious about building an aesthetic physique, stick around. I'll tell you about a free 90-day workout plan designed to take your results to the next level. No fluff, just science-backed tips to help you dominate your fitness journey. Let's get into it. Let's start with the basics. Why is protein so crucial for building muscle? Think of your muscles as construction projects. When you lift weights or do any kind of resistance training, you're essentially causing tiny micro tears in the muscle fibers. Protein acts as the repair crew.
Let me see if I can fix it.
Coming in to patch up those tears and make the muscles stronger and more resilient. Without enough protein, that process doesn't happen as efficiently. Now, here's the sciencey bit. I'll keep it simple. Muscle protein synthesis, also known as MPS. This is the process your body uses to repair and grow muscle tissues. When you work out, you kickstart MPS. But the fuel it needs to do its job, dietary protein. That's why you've probably heard people talk about slamming a protein shake right after a workout. Research suggests that consuming 20 to 25 grams of high quality protein within an hour post-workout is the sweet spot for maximum recovery and growth. But here's the catch. MPS isn't a one-time thing that just happens after your workout. It continues throughout the day. This means your body needs a consistent supply of protein. Now, not all protein is created equal. High leucine proteins like whey are MVPs because leucine directly triggers muscle growth pathways. Here's a quick breakdown of the types of protein. Whey protein absorbs super fast, perfect post-workout. Casein protein digested slowly, ideal for overnight recovery. Plant-based protein combine options like pea and rice to get a complete amino acid profile. Lastly, let's talk about your protein timing. You don't need to chug a 100 grams of protein in one sitting. It's better to spread your intake out. Aim for 20 to 40 grams of protein every 3 to 4 hours. For example, breakfast, eggs with avocado and toast. Snack, Greek yogurt with some nuts. Lunch, grilled chicken with some rice. And post-workout, whey shake. Dinner, salmon with lentils and veggies. By distributing protein evenly, you keep your muscles fueled all day long. Now, before we move forward, I got a question for you. How much protein are you really eating daily? Drop a comment with your body weight and intake, and I'll let you know if you're on track. And don't forget to check out my free 90-day workout plan, designed to perfectly pair with your protein needs and help you achieve an aesthetic physique. Now, let's get to the big question. How much protein is enough? The sweet spot for most people building muscle is 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight per day. For example, if you weigh 70 kilograms, also known as 154 pounds, that's 122 to 154 grams daily. But context matters. If you're cutting on a calorie deficit, you might need to push that to 2 grams to 2.4 grams per kilogram of body weight to preserve muscle. On the flip side, if you're bulking, staying in that 1.6 to 2.2 range will do the job without unnecessary waste. And what happens if you go beyond 2.2 grams? No, your body won't reject the extra protein, but the benefits might drop off. Your body can only use 20 to 40 grams per meal for muscle growth. The rest is either burned for energy or stored as fat if you're eating in a calorie surplus. Let's bust a few myths while we're here. High protein diets won't destroy your kidneys unless you already have kidney problems. And no, protein doesn't weaken your bones. Actually, it strengthens them when combined with resistance training. The key takeaway, stick to your range, spread your intake out, and focus on quality. By now, you're thinking, well, more protein can't hurt, right? Well, not so fast. There are risks to overloading on protein, and some of them might surprise you. First up, digestive issues. Too much protein, especially from animal sources, can mess with your gut. High protein diets are often low on fiber, which can lead to constipation, bloating, or even nausea. Then there's kidney strain. Healthy kidneys can handle high protein levels, but constantly pushing above 3 grams per kilogram a day can stress them. It also increases the risk of kidney stones because protein metabolism ramps up calcium exertion. And don't forget about weight gain. Protein still has calories after all, and any excess can be converted to fat if you're in a surplus. People often underestimate this when they're piling on the shakes or going heavy on fatty cuts of meat. Finally, high protein diets can crowd out other nutrients. If you're obsessing over protein, you might miss out on important vitamins, fibers, and healthy fats, which are crucial for overall performance and health. So, how do you find your sweet spot for protein? Not too little and not too much. Just enough to fuel your growth without the extra baggage. Let's figure it out. Ever feel like you're eating all this protein, but you're still not seeing the gains you want? Maybe you're not striking the right balance. Let's break it down. Protein intake isn't about how much you can eat, it's about how efficiently you use it. If you're sedentary, 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight is enough. But if you're watching this channel, you're probably trying to build an aesthetic physique just like everyone else. So the ideal range is 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight daily. Going beyond this doesn't lead to extra gains. Think of it like watering a plant. Once the soil is soaked, pouring more water doesn't make it grow faster. In fact, overloading on protein can crowd out other essential nutrients or pile on unnecessary calories. Timing matters too. Spreading protein evenly throughout the day helps your body make the most of it. Aim for 20 to 40 grams per meal, every 4 to 6 hours to maximize muscle protein synthesis. And remember, quality counts. Stick to lean meats, fish, eggs, dairy, and plant-based combos like rice and pea protein for complete amino acid profiles. Of course, protein alone won't just cut it. Resistance training is essential to stimulate muscle protein synthesis and turn that protein into muscle. Without consistent training, excess protein is just converted to energy or stored as fat. Balance is everything. Get your protein right, but don't neglect the rest of your diet. Alright, so you're eating more protein, thinking it'll fast track your results. But what if I told you there's a limit, and going beyond it can actually hold you back? Now, here's the truth. Eating more protein doesn't mean more muscle. Your body has a limit to how much you can use it for growth, roughly 20 to 40 grams per meal. And again, don't go overboard on the amount of protein that you're eating. Eating 200 or 300 grams doesn't magically double your results. It just adds calories to your body that you don't need. So again, do not overeat on protein. So also put an emphasis on other macronutrients. For example, carbs are crucial for energy and fats are essential for hormones like testosterone. Neglecting these macronutrients in favor of protein can leave you fatigued and slow your recovery. Instead of chasing numbers, focus on balance. Pair your protein intake with enough carbs and healthy fats to fuel your workouts, boost recovery, and keep your diet sustainable. Let me leave you with this. Protein is the foundation of muscle growth, but more isn't always better. It's about finding your sweet spot. 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight spread throughout the day from high quality sources. Anything beyond that, it's just calories your body doesn't need and effort that could be better spent elsewhere. Now, if you're serious about transforming your physique, here's where to start. My free 90-day workout plan. Now, I could make this $20 like all the other fitness influencers, but I've given this to you for free. And it's not just a random list of exercises, it's an app-based system that prioritizes the most important muscle groups to help you build a balanced aesthetic physique in 90 days. Pair this with the right protein intake and you're set for real, noticeable results. And if you haven't already, check out my video, How to Build Muscle So Efficiently People Think You're on Steroids. It's loaded with tips to train smarter, recover better, and make your gains as efficient as possible. Don't overcomplicate it. Stay consistent, trust the progress, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.